Hello, this is Lucretia with the Calm and Confident You podcast. We are now a few episodes into talking about the stages of change. Knowing about the stages of change is important because if you know what stage you or someone else is in, you can know how to better approach the situation. The stages of change come from a very large research study conducted by Prochaska and Diclemente. The resulting book is called Changing for Good. They studied people who had been successful in actually changing problem behaviors and maintaining that change. Problem behaviors could be anything from drug use, eating disorders, self-harm, gambling, avoidance, anything repeated which is detrimental or self-destructive. In the last podcast episode, I talked about the stage of contemplation. Today, I am talking about the stage called preparation. During the preparation stage, a person is more in favor of making a change. They begin to look into what it would take to change. They start to educate themselves. The person hasn't committed to making the change yet, but they are making the preparations and gaining the resources to be able to start when they are ready. For example, in the area of addiction, the person may look into programs they could join. The person may seek out a mentor. The person could start to read up on the process of quitting. The person may research and begin to practice new ways of coping, such as relaxation or meditation. Another example would be a teen who is in our program at the hospital. If the teen is in the preparation stage of change, then attending the educational groups exposes them to new information, new concepts, and helps them gain an understanding of what is involved in changing. They likely aren't presented with this information in their daily lives. If they are open to it, this could be the beginning of their movement toward the decision to work on changing. Not feeling capable, confident, or effective could hold back the movement toward making a change. Just looking into information could bring about feelings of guilt, anxiety, trepidation, uncertainty, and even helplessness. There is more to change than simply learning how to do it. People need to learn to value themselves. They need to start small and build their confidence. They need to separate out their own needs from the needs of others. They may struggle with the possible loss of relationships and resulting loneliness as they contemplate changing. They might fear the change and what it might bring about. Many decide to remain with what is known rather than risk the change. There are a lot of sayings related to the difficulty in making a change, the difficulty of stepping outside of one's comfort zone. One helpful thought is that the smallest step in the right direction could be the biggest step in a person's life. It is okay to start small if it helps a person to start at all. Careful preparation is needed for action to be successful. During preparation is the time to become specific about the steps involved. During preparation, the person moves away from looking at the problem to looking at how to solve it. Motivation is increased by focusing on how the future will be as the new person they will become. It helps to imagine the benefits to be gained and the positive feelings to be experienced. The person gathers their resources and decides on a plan of action. The person moves beyond vague exclamations of quitting to specific ideas on how to go about it. The person moves into making the determined decision to change. According to Socrates, the secret to change is focusing all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Today we've covered the preparation stage of change. At this point, the person is thinking that changing is a good idea and they start looking into the steps it would take. This can bring up anxiety and other uncomfortable feelings. The person might decide it is better to keep things as they are. To move forward with the change, it helps if the person visualizes the positives to come, identifies the next steps, and starts with small, manageable steps in the right direction. This coming week, if you want to move yourself toward a positive decision to change, take some time to imagine what it would be like if you had actually completed that change. How would you act, appear, and feel? Make a list of the positives that would come about, and identify a few small steps you could take to try it out. If you are liking this podcast, subscribe to it on your favorite streaming service, such as Spotify, for example. Look up Calm and Confident You and use the "and" symbol when you enter the title into search. Please share this podcast with others to help spread the word and help it to grow a following. Until next time, be well.